Hiya, welcome to LSB Feasters Radio Channel and Travel Corner. Sorry, things are a little different today because we're putting in new carpeting, so we've got to move all this furniture out of here. It's all gotta go. So let me just get to today's air check. It's kind of unusual because we don't have a lot of these, but it's a beautiful music air check from FM 105 WRFM in New York. It was the beautiful music station in New York from about 1968 when it went on till the early 80s when beautiful music was a format that just went out of vogue. Much like Music of Your Life did in the 1990s or Oldies did back around 2005. Anyway, if you like what you hear, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you like, and after you do, smack that bell. And you will be notified whenever we post anything new. Here it is, WRFM.
Stereo 105. All day, all night, all music. WRFM, New York. Your dial is set on 105 WRFM. Good morning, this is Joe Roberts, and we enjoyed the 101 Strings with Eleanor Rigby. The Doug Gainley Orchestra followed with It's Only a Paper Moon. The Gunther Kalman Chorus, Live for Life. Lisbon Antigua with the Gordon Franks Orchestra. Then the Music Treasures Chorus and Orchestra and Hey, Look Me Over. What could unrelated items such as foods, drugs, house dust, pollen, and fabric fibers have in common? Well, in certain people, some or all of these can cause allergic reactions. The list of things that can cause allergies continues to grow as new drugs, new processed foods, and new man-made fibers are developed. For more information about allergies, write to Radio, National Institutes of Health, Bethesda, Maryland, 20014. Ask for the booklet, Allergy Research. Rainy and windy weather forecast today, rain becoming heavy at times later. Temperatures rising into the 50s. It's raining now in Midtown, 34 at WRFM.
Broadway. Biggest parade and ballyhoo, the lullaby of Broadway. Let's call it a day. Listen to the lullaby of Broadway.
You're listening to WRFM Stereo 105, and we heard from the Living Strings with Shenandoah, Tony Mottola, Windy, a lullaby Broadway with a Henry Mancini chorus. It was the London Festival Orchestra, but not for me, and then Roger Williams and Brian's song. In the news at 6:29, negotiators for the Transit Authority and the Transport Workers Union worked through the night, opening weekend crunch sessions against a 5 a.m. Monday strike deadline. The U.S. Consulate in Hermosillo, Mexico, placed ads in 2 newspapers today in an effort to find out who delivered a ransom demand for missing American diplomat John Patterson. An American oil company is trying to negotiate today for the release of 3 U.S. citizens and 2 Canadians. Sources in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, say the 5 were captured Tuesday by separatist guerrillas in Eritrea province. Brazilian soldiers are patrolling for looters as doctors watch for possible typhoid outbreaks today as the coastal city of Tubarão begins counting its losses from devastating floods. Secretary of State Kissinger and Israeli Defense Minister Moshe Dayan are to hold a second session in Washington today on proposals for an Israeli-Syrian troop disengagement. Westbury, Long Island Mayor Patrick Buffalino, who suffered a heart attack while being arrested Friday for grand larceny and bribery, was reported under guard in satisfactory condition today in Nassau County Medical Center in East Meadow. Serious crime in the United States rose by 5% overall last year and 10% in the suburbs. Attorney General William Saxby labeled the rise very disturbing. However, that same survey shows that New York City was one of 59 U.S. cities reporting a decline in crime last year. The city's overall crime dropped 1%, while violent crime dropped 3%. All New York motorists will be able to buy gasoline tomorrow, regardless of their license plate numbers. The odd-even rationing system will return on Monday, however. And in Washington, the Cherry Blossom Festival gets started today without the cherry blossoms. Officials hope the weather will improve enough to bring the trees into bloom during the festival. In hometown sports, the NBA Knicks last night beat the Capitol Bullets 102-91 in the first game of the best-of-7 series in the Eastern Conference semifinals, and the ABA Nets won the first game of their best-of-7 East Division semifinal with the Virginia Squires. The score there, Nets 108, Squires 96. It's 34 degrees. We can expect rainy and windy weather today, with rain becoming heavy at times later today. Temperatures rising into the 40s early this afternoon, briefly into the 50s later this afternoon. Rain tapering off and ending during tonight, low 35 to 40. Going to be fair tomorrow, high around 50. It's raining now in Midtown, winds east at 19, humidity 96, and the temperature 34. The time is 6:31. This is Joe Roberts, WRFM News.
Wish me a rainbow